Okay guys, we're going to look at the Walther P99. This is probably the most ergonomic pistol I have ever held. In fact, when these came out in 1996, I was at a gun show and I walked up, I saw it, I'd been looking for one, I put my hand on it and I was like, this is it. This is the pistol. But unfortunately, the assault weapons ban had been in effect in 1994, so these were introduced with a 10-round magazine. And that shot that down. I ended up buying a Glock Model 19 instead, and because I knew that you could find high capacity magazines above the 10 round, that they were available because those guns had been available for a good while before the assault weapons ban. But ever since then, I've always loved these guns and I've always wanted one. These come in 9mm and 40 Smith & Wesson. They are incredible pistols. Of course, with all firearms, you should safety check the weapon. First, remove the magazine, check the chamber. Now, one of the beautiful things about this gun, too, is not only does the grip feel good, but there are also 3 separate inserts for your grip. So that also gives you an advantage. You know, everybody's hand is different, and everybody grips a gun differently, according to how you learn to shoot. So this gives you an advantage to really have a gun that fits your hand. And I don't know of any other that fits your hand as well as the P99. Now, the Walther P99 is very comparable to the Glock. In fact, one of the original designers that worked with Gadsden Glock was part of the design team that made these P99 pistols. And of course, Walther has a name that is world renowned, and these guns, to me, match up to that kind of quality and tradition. They're coated Tenifer coating, which makes them very resistant to weather and to scratches. This one comes in 9mm, and it also comes in 40 Smith & Wesson. They feature a steel magazine instead of the polymer, which makes it a very smooth action, and they're not quite as bulky as the polymer magazines. Also, as you can see, the mag release is here on the trigger, which, to be honest with you, I like it on the P22, the little Walther 22 long rifle semi-automatic, but on this it seems to be kind of small. You have to actually adjust your grip, but still a very positive, ambidextrous feature. Now, Smith & Wesson makes a gun very similar to this. In fact, it's really the same gun. It's the SW99, and there's a few cosmetic differences, but overall the guns are pretty much the same. In fact, even on this Walther, which was made in Germany, it has here on the slide Smith & Wesson, Springfield, Massachusetts. Now, the 3-dot sights, as you can see, of course, these are night sights on this one in particular, but they are adjustable with a screw adjustment here on the back. The front sight actually has 3 different heights. You can put different sights in the front sight to adjust your shooting. There is an accessory rail, as you can see right here. And then the slide release, which is right here on the gun. And it's a positive slide release, a little larger than the Glocks, but a very positive slide release. Now, the full-size version weighs 21.2 ounces, and that's without the magazine. The barrel is 4 inches. And then they do make a compact version, and the barrel length on the compact is 3.5 inches, and then the weight is 18.7 ounces. A very nice feel to this pistol and to the compact. Now, even though the suggested retail from Walther is about $860, you can usually find these for around the $600 range on a lot of gun shops. And I was on Guns America and found a number of these around the $600 and less range. Now, even though these guns are very ergonomic, and the first time I put one in my hand I loved it, they also come with 3 separate back straps, so it can fit the individual shooter to his liking. Now I'm going to show you one of the most unique features about this pistol. It is a striker fire pistol, which is the same as the Glock. But here's where the difference is. You can fire this double action, which is just pulling of the trigger, or you can pull it here and stop at a half cock. This is actually called the anti-stress mode. And you can pull this for shooting. A lot of times shooting single action, you can hit your target a little better. But there's a firing pin lock that makes this very safe to carry in this configuration. Now one thing I'm going to show you right here on the back is the striker. And this striker protrudes and shows you that the gun is cocked. And even in the dark, you can take your thumb and feel the little knob. Now, typically this is red, but as you can see on this one, it's out. But this way you know if the gun is loaded. Plus, visually you can see it. Now here is a really cool feature. As you notice right here on the slide, this is a decocker. So for a striker fire pistol to have a decocker, that's a pretty incredible feature. And watch this as I press this. It decocks the gun. So the gun is no longer cocked. And that's just an added safety feature to this gun. There are modifications that can be made to this gun to make it double action only. And they do make a model that is double action only. But having the double action, which is 11-pound trigger pull, or the single action, which is a 5-pound, makes this a really neat pistol and gives you a lot of capability. Now also, one of the things about this gun that is a complaint about the Glock, if you pull the trigger and there is a dud round, you can't reset the trigger. On this gun you can, and it's in double action. You pull the trigger, you let go, and then you can pull the trigger again. That way you can fire in case there is a misfire or a round that didn't fire out of the chamber. That gives you, again, a little more capability. One thing too is a lot of the double action or the hammer drop levers on the side of this pistol, because it's up here and it's integral with the slide, it keeps it from snagging. But as you can see, the serrations are nice. A lot of people like a higher profile on their slide system, and so this gives you a little bit more of a higher profile than the Glock as well. Now don't get me wrong, you guys know if you watch my channel that I love Glocks, but this is an incredible pistol. Okay, we're going to break down the pistol, which is very simple, similar to the Glock. But first we want to release the magazine. We want to safety check the weapon, because you are going to have to pull the trigger. Then you pull the trigger, and you see this lever, and there's one similar to it on the other side. You want to bring the slide back just a touch and release those levers. Out comes the slide. Pull, barrel comes out also. Again, very similar to the Glock system. Of course, all you need to do is to reassemble, barrel in, guide rod, and then slide, and you're done. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic.